Oh, hi everyone. It's Baron Dodger and Crystal the Husky. I haven't got really good pair of glasses. I haven't got any arms on them. That's okay. Hey, I'm in Orange, New South Wales. I'm a doctor of philosophy I've got a doctorate in young people's ethical opinions of being human now and in the future through the lens of artificial intelligence and post-humanism. Pretty interesting. Anyway, yeah, about that. I've given a lot in this country. I'm a 30-year artist advocate north, and I spent 30 years helping people with mental illness and their carers, and everyone will know that. And but I was set up and deceived, and now it can be revealed that I've been targeted for over 30 years, and that targeting has ended in my death. Kind of an allegorical crucifixion story, really. I died in 2021 as a result of the targeting, not from mental illness. And this was because everyone's been weaponised against me. And right now, poor Crystal and I are hungry. And we have no food, no medicine, we have no legal aid. We've been rejected by the media, and I'm a whistleblower. And I've corroborated all my evidence, and it's as significant as Assange and Snowden and Chelsea Manning, because in my 30-year targeting, it's just extraordinary that I've died as a result of it. So this is a targeted killing of a state-sanctioned execution of a disabled person, and everyone will know I've got schizophrenia, and a brain injury now from the death. But I'm not. I'm pretty hopeful, and even though my family's betrayed me, and the media's betrayed me, and the police have betrayed me, and the mental health sector's betrayed me, it can now be proven that Bill Shorten ordered my assassination, and no one's actually denied that happened or provided evidence that it hasn't. And the burden of proof has shifted because my evidence is published and evidenced in the public domain, and published. You can go and look it up if you want, and it's a pretty wild story. So what's clear now is that God has saved me, because humanity hasn't. And this is my backyard. This is my house. This is my car. I live in the car, and the same minister that ordered my assassination, Bill Shorten, chased me out of Victoria by weaponising the entirety of Victoria Police. And a lot of people, you may not know this, but I was in a relationship with an ASIO agent for 5 years, Steve Icenides, who drugged and raped me. Now, I've been accused of raping someone, but it's come to light now that through Ben, an NDIS provider, who also confirmed the assassination attempt, that the federal police told him that the reason the police have treated me badly my whole life is because a girl was paid to fabricate a report. And the report was that I had assaulted her in some way. And let's be honest, we've all had regretful sex. And I wrote about it in the book and put it in the public domain. But the thing is, you're not allowed to do that. Hi, Debbie Morgan. How you going? Hi, Steve Icenides. Hi, Tony Riddle. Hi, Mum and Dad. Hi, Bill Shorten. Hi, Mark Dreyfus. Hi, Anthony Albanese. Hi, media. Anyway, look, I'm a bit of a pickle, really. It's a really significant situation that's happening. There's a real spiritual emergence of truth speaking going out there. And I exist as a truth speaker and seeker, and I've always said that, and I've always been honest about my imperfections and mistakes, but I don't see anyone else out there being admitting their mistakes. And the whole world has looked the other way as I live in political exile as an internally displaced refugee inside Australia, as an asylum seeker and a whistleblower. And I should have protections under the PID Act, but I don't. I thought I'd improve the democracy and save my life by reporting the corruption, and instead of acknowledging me, they fucked me over and they denied my legal aid and financially abused me with the full backing of Shorten and Anthony Albanese, Mark Dreyfus and Tony Icenides, Steve Icenides and the police. So it's not a bad life on the road. I know who my friends are, and I can smell deceit from 100 miles away. And I know that everyone's looking the other way and convinced that I'm a bad person, but really, everyone has to look themselves in the mirror and think, how can my professional standing as a professional person of any career who's appeals to humanity and ethics and fairness, how can they look the other way as a person who has contributed his whole life to bettering the Australian society, then be targeted and exiled and tortured with V2K audio harassment, I'll show you about that later, and has written the gospel and has given his life to Jesus Christ in servitude of the Lord, because no one else would listen to me. My family wouldn't. They're the ones who targeted me, and neither did the media or anyone else. So I'm here in this rainy place. The window doesn't lock. There's lots of mozzies, but Crystal's been amazing, and she's my dog, and Dog spelled backwards as God. And I really do believe this is a spiritually significant moment. And I have never meant any harm on anyone, and that's clear. But everyone's actively participated in the mega-rich, corrupt people who have targeted me. That's because everyone's plugged into this low-density reality of the corruption and this low-resonance earth. But we're going to a new earth, and I'd like to think that I'm transgressing and transpiring this and providing a message of hope for all people who are struggling or being fucked over by the government. You actually should really be reminded that when humanity doesn't have your back, God does. And he does have a plan for people who are forsaken, and often by a divine will and a cosmic intelligence with which people aren't really aware of what they're doing to me. It's part of God's design. And this has been a lifelong thing of 35 years of targeting. I used to be a journalist for the Herald Sun and the Age and a cartoonist for them. And I've got a PhD and been amazing achievements. And I've really been significantly deceived by the whole world. And everyone is aware they've done it to me. And I've woken up and the world was hoping that I would die or be erased before I got the chance to find it out. But guess what? God has a plan. I woke up and I know what you're doing and I can see you all. And you're all very guilty. Now, I've hypothetically admitted to all the things I've been slandered with. And I demanded to be arrested, but they wouldn't. That reveals something. Mud sticks, and they were hoping to blaspheme my name with all this awful stuff because they knew this moral outrage would paint me somewhat unworthy of being supported or helped. But the real moral disgrace is with a democracy, which isn't a democracy, it's a tyrannical rule. And it targets, kills, abuses, neglectors, tortures, exiles, and tries to kill, institutionally murders, and then refuses to help with it with a well-funded black budget orchestration to target one disabled person. And that's me, Baron Dodger. And I'm going to leave you with that thought. Bless you.